All right, well, today Amanda and I are going to be ranking the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies because I've been asked a whole lot to do it, and I thought it'd be fun to get my friend's opinion at the same time.
Yeah. And I got my list ready. Don't look at them. We're not telling them.
Me too, me too.
And so this
But it's hard.
When I was creating my list, I did from my least favorite to my favorite.
Yeah. So see, I did my least favorites, and then I did my favorite favorites, and then the middle, honestly, like just to be honest here, it could change at any given day because
it's true. It's true.
It's hard. It's hard.
You notice? Well, should I give too much at the beginning? But I just noticed, like on my list, it seems like my favorite,
the newer ones,
the more recent ones.
Me too.
Those are like my favorites, and then least favorites. Well, it has some mixtures in there of my least favorites, but like I think you said it before, like Marvel movie, they just keep getting better and better.
I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com.
Right. Well, that's what the problem is. They just get better and better, and also they're more. I mean, I've recently, when we did the countdown to Infinity War, I rewatched so many of them. And I'm like, oh, I forgot how much I like this movie, or oh man, that movie does not hold up. You know.
Well, you got an edge on me on that because I mean, I kind of started at the beginning of when you did the countdown to Infinity War.
Yeah.
But some of these, when I was making the list, I was like, what happened in this one? Like some of them kind of like recollect. Is that a word? Recollect, yeah.
I think it's recollect.
Oh, recollect? Recollect?
Recollect.
That don't make no sense. Recollect? Recollect? I was trying to recall.
It's your fake accent. Amanda, the problem is your fake accent.
Recall like these older movies and what actually happened in them, you know? And
I know.
That's why some of them just went on the bottom of my list because I'm like, if I don't remember you must not have been that good, you know?
Right. Yeah. Well, all right. That holds true.
Should we start?
Yeah, let's start. Okay. All right. Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Well, since you are this is like going on your YouTube channel. I'm saying you
take
charge, girl. You take charge.
Okay. So my least favorite is Thor: Dark World. I'm sorry. Oh, it's just not good.
Really?
Yeah. I just can't. I can't with that movie. I still don't know how it ends because I always constantly fall asleep. It's so awful.
I put my 20 as the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, well, that's my number 19. So,
see? But the Incredible Hulk, well, first, I'm just not that huge of a Hulk fan, like to begin with, you know?
Right.
So when they did this, like the movie with it too, I was not even that excited, to be honest. Like, because Marvel, like MCU did it, but then they had all those ones before there.
I know.
Tried to do it with Ed Norton. Didn't he do one? One? And so already after seeing those, and those were all kind of disasters, I was like not even excited for that one. And then when it came out, I was still just like,
yeah, whatever.
All right.
So it's not Mark Ruffalo. If it was Mark Ruffalo, I would have probably liked it more.
He's so cute.
I just love him. All I think about is 13 going on 30 and his razzles, and I just love him so much.
I just kind of want
the Thriller dance.
Little messy hair, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's your number 19 is the Incredible Hulk.
That's my number 19. What's your number 19?
The first Thor.
Yeah, the first one? Really?
I was going back and forth because, I mean, Dark World is kind of there with me, you know, like on the bottom there. But the first,
it's not good.
You know what? Probably why is because I couldn't. That was one of the ones I was like, I can't remember what actually even happened in the first Thor. Like I think that's why there because I'm like,
it was too long ago.
So
yeah,
that was my number.
I mean, he comes down and he meets that chick, and you know all that stuff.
Remember, I did.
He fights the big thing, the big iron thing, the big thing.
See, you don't remember. That's look. It should be. You don't even remember.
I'm trying.
Okay, all right. Let's do 18. Let me hear your 18.
Iron Man 2.
That's my 18.
It is. Yeah. High five. Wait, can we do this? Let's try to high five on the side.
Oh my gosh. We totally do. High five. Oh, hey, coming at you. Slow-mo high five. Oh, where'd I go? Where'd my hand go?
Oh.
We gotta stay on track. All right. 18, Iron Man 2.
Yeah, Iron Man 2. And then 17, I was back and forth. I was back on forth, and I went with Doctor Strange.
Really? You're gonna do Doctor Strange like that?
I know. I know. I'm not a fan of him in the comics.
He is surprisingly higher on my list. I'm just telling you.
Is he?
Surprising.
I loved him in Infinity War, but I think I was burnt out from origin stories, like, honestly. And as someone who knows in the comics, it's like, I know what happened. I don't need to watch it again.
See, yeah, I've never read the Doctor Strange comics, so maybe sometimes that made you.
Yeah, and that's true. And also, like, he's not one of my favorites in the comics.
Okay, see.
So, and it's Infinity War that made me fall in love with him.
There's a lot of strikes against him going for you on that. Well, mine.
Yeah, that's why.
Mine was Thor: Dark World. I mean, not surprising, right?
No, it should be lower. 17 is good for. I wonder how Amy would feel about that. Amy, if you're watching, leave a comment. We'll check it later.
Like Dark World?
She hates Dark World, but I think she's shocked it's number 17. It's too high.
Money on her list then, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm interested. So number 16 for me was Thor. The first Thor.
16 for me.
Yeah, it's this, isn't it?
The second one.
You kill me.
And I'm gonna be honest. You were talking about, was it Dark World? Like you don't even know by the end because you fall asleep. I think I tried to watch Guardians of the Galaxy like 10 times, and not even at the end, but just all during it. I was just like zoned out, started, because you watch a movie, I'll start getting on the computer. Like it just didn't hold my interest at all.
Yeah, my husband does not like it either. And he actually tried to watch it again, and he was like, he doesn't like the jokes. He thinks it's too much. He hates the part where they're like jumping and their faces change. Like he hates that part. You know what part I'm talking about?
I must have been asleep. I must have been asleep. That's what I'm telling you. I don't think I've seen that movie all the way straight through because it just can't keep my interest.
I'll let it pass.
You just have a soft spot for Guardians that
I do.
What it is, it can't be on the bottom of your list because you love them that much.
Right. That's what it is. You're right.
If you were to go in there, not like with your heart into it, just like your mind and from a critical standpoint,
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, I'm wearing a Guardian shirt today.
Like I wore my Ant-Man. Remember that one?
Ooh.
We are representing.
Yes.
All right, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I had to do it, and I think people will agree.
I think
you two people that we can't look at. See, you're looking. Don't look at the comments.
I know.
I'm just saying they're gonna agree with me.
Maybe.
Okay.
All right. What number were we on?
15. 15.
Yeah, I got Iron Man 3 for that one, and the main thing is it's like from 15 to 7 could be. They could flip flop.
True.
Depending on my given day, and
true.
It's hard because they're all. It's not that they're bad. They're all good. It just depends on. I kind of went with. When I made my list today, I was like, what would I want to watch? Like, what would I want to watch? And that's how I did it. The middle.
So my number 15, and that's why I said that middle, like I just was throwing names in there because I'm just like, it's not bad. It's not my favorite. So it's just in there. But it probably went on the list because it's one of my least favorite heroes. Who am I going to say?
Well, I would imagine it's not Iron Man or Cap. Which Cap though?
I put Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier?
Because
that's the second best Cap movie. It's because you hate Bucky too.
I hate Bucky. I don't even get I still don't understand. Maybe you can explain it to me. What is with this title, The Winter Soldier? I don't understand.
What do you mean that's Bucky's name?
Yeah, but You don't really know that watching the movie, like going in, you're right. Maybe.
I mean, I guess maybe I do just from.
Did they really explain it much? Like, where did he get this name? Where did he get it?
That's his, like, when they brainwashed him, that's what they named him.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
It's his like Hydra name or whatever you want to call it.
Still my number 15.
Okay. Number 14, I put Cap First Avenger.
Me too.
You do? I did. I like First Avenger a lot, but it's those middle.
I know.
I don't know. It's hard.
And it was the first one. Wasn't that the first one that really kind of talked about the Avenger, like, you know, or like even mentioned something about Avenger? Because it was
Cap first. Well, Iron Man. They say it in Iron Man in the end. There,
the Iron Man
Nick Fury shows up. Yeah.
See, I got to go back and watch these too. I'm fresh on my brain, like you did. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
but it's not like my favorite.
Yeah. Number 13 for me was Winter Soldier, so I really shouldn't complain to you.
Our number 3s right there are just flip flop, because my number 13 was Iron Man 3. So like,
yeah,
we had those grouped all together there in that 3.
Yeah.
Just in different orders, because I don't like Cap and Bucky.
And Bucky.
So they have
look. My messages here showing up.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Number 12, I put Avengers. The first one.
This is where I put Doctor Strange.
That's where you put all the way up there?
I liked the movie so much. And I think too, because you know, my background, like in science and stuff, like all that happening and the time, like all that, I was just like, and it was so different from the other, like, it was so different from the other Marvel movies, you know?
Right. Well, it was the beginning of that switch. I gotcha.
Oh, different. So then that's why I was just like a breath of fresh air blown into the Marvel MCU universe breaths.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean, but I think it's just that I don't like Doctor Strange in general.
And you were jaded.
Yeah, it did. But I fell in love with him in Infinity War. I will say that. But it doesn't help with his first movie.
And even I like that, but I'm gonna say it. You know what? I'm about to say it. I don't even like that Benedict Cumberbatch. Is that his name?
You don't?
Cumberbuns?
Cumberbatch.
I don't like his name because it's too hard to remember or say. Like if you say his name 3 times fast, try to say his name 3 times fast.
Well, no, but but you know what's a good way to remember? You know what some people call his like fangirl following? Have you heard that?
What is this fangirl following?
The Cumber bitches.
Oh. See, I don't want to be one of those. A CB. I don't want to be a CB. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to be a CB. And even his name, like his name kind of sounds a little dirty. So I'm like, no, I'm not a fan. And then already they're going to make his fans dirty? Oh, no.
Yeah. I don't know that they came up with that. I think but that's what people call them.
Is he stopping it? Is he stopping
No.
it?
Well, I don't know. I don't follow him that much, so I couldn't tell you.
See, because you don't like him either. He's not your favorite.
No, he's right there, though.
All right. Well, that is true. You got him.
I know. Oh, no, I made myself crooked here. Oh, man.
When you look at him, you don't look at like Benedict Cumberbuns, right? You just look, that's Dr. Strange. So at Dr. Strange, that's why I said, I even love the movie when I'm not even a fan of him, because I can look past the Cumberbuns and I can see Dr. Strange. All right?
All right. So number 11 I put, and again, it's really just came down to what movie I wanted to watch right now, but I put Spider-Man Homecoming, and I almost could put him higher, but it's that middle for me.
I put the Avengers. I mean, you had it at 12. I have it at 11.
Yeah.
Right in there for me. But I'm disappointed in you putting Spider-Man that low.
I know. It was hard. I had him up higher, but then I started thinking about other movies, and it's hard. This middle.
Let's come back to him because, and I have him way up on the. You're gonna be surprised, but you know I'm a Spider-Man fan.
I know you're a Spider-Man fan. I mean, I am too. I mean, check it out, my seat. I am, but.
All right, we're gonna come back to this because we're
okay.
Brilliant on that. I'm gonna have to.
We'll come back.
All right.
Okay.
10.
Number 10, I put Age of Ultron.
Yeah, that's what it's all in the middle. I have Ant-Man, the first one.
Yeah. And I have Ant-Man for number 9.
Yeah, I like Ant-Man a lot. Yeah. It was
me too.
Well, I mean, I liked the comedy, you know, and like that. Both Ant-Man and the Wasp. One of my favorite things about those is just the comedies in it, you know.
Right. It's funny. It's great. That middle ground is hard. That middle ground is hard.
It is.
So 9, I had Ant-Man. What do you have for 9?
Iron Man. I love the first one. It is like I mean, it kind of like brings you into the whole, you know.
It's the beginning.
It's the beginning, you know. So I think
that's why I have him a little higher.
You have a lot higher?
A bit higher, but it's because it's the first one. And I remember because I was a huge comic book fan. I remember going to the theater and being like super nervous, like, this is it, right? If this is a hit, like my dreams are coming true and I'm going to see tons of my favorite comic book heroes on the big screen. If it's a flop, I will never see one of my favorite comic book heroes on the screen again. So it kind of holds a sentimental thing for me.
Then after you saw it, what did you think? Do you remember? Do you remember the?
Oh, I loved it. I cried.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, no, you're not. I mean, you know how I am. I was like, oh my God, it's so good. Like, I'm going to see so many people now. And like, this is just the beginning. And it was just the beginning, which is crazy.
Are you surprised that they started the first movie with that one?
No, not really. Because in the comics, like Tony Stark is just so powerful and big. And he's a major player, you know, and I think he's one that people can relate to. And then, of course, if you sign on RDJ for him, he is Tony Stark. So, I mean, that was smart because that brought a lot of people his name, you know.
Yeah. Junior. What is his name? Junior? RDJ.
Robert Downey Jr.
That's too much. That's why I said either RDJ or Junior. I just say
RDJ. Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah.
But still,
so for number 8,
for more energy.
I don't know how you're gonna feel. I have Black Panther.
I can't hate on it because it wasn't even my top 5 either.
Oh, really?
I love Black Panther, the character.
Oh, I know.
The character. But some parts in the movie, I was just like, like, I don't know, maybe it made me mad, you know.
Yeah.
Threw him off the thing.
He got dead for a little while during the movie.
I know. So that's why I was like, I don't know.
It's a great movie, but again, it's so hard. It's so hard.
I'm saying these, like I had to pick and choose. I had to pick and choose where I go. Oh, so this one I put Avengers Age of Ultron.
For number 8? Okay. Yeah.
And it was in the middle. And I like that one a lot. I think that's when I really, wasn't that the one? So this is why I was picking it because this is what, remember, wasn't that the one when like they cut off part of the earth or something? And it was like, remember, that was it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And they fight, and they fight against Ultron and Scarlet Witch is in it. And and her brother, that's when her brother's in it. And then he dies.
And plus like all the CGI in that one was amazing, I thought.
It was.
So it was higher.
Yeah, I agree. What are we on? 7? Yeah.
7.
So Civil War, I put for 7.
This is weird how close our stuff is. Like you have 8 Black Panther, and I have 7 Black Panther. So
wow.
It's close in there. So 7, we talked about like why 7 Black Panther. And then for 6, so you had 7 Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
And that's what I have for 6. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, really.
Like, it's weird how close we are in these numbers. It's weird.
Right, except for this because it's Guardians 2 is my 6. And your Guardians 2 is like, what the...
You really have both Guardians in the top 6?
Yes.
You are biased. You know.
I like the Guardians.
You know that out of all these movies, that is not in the top. Both of those are not in the top 6.
For me, they are. If I was just...
I don't.
You think I'm lying to myself? Oh, what happened to you? You froze. Oh, there you are.
Someone was trying to call me.
Oh. And then, so do we know what your 6 is? What's your 6? Did we say?
So Captain America Civil War, which was like your 7.
Yeah.
And you know I don't like Cap, so I wasn't even going on bias on this one. It's in my top 6. But
I know.
I loved when Spider-Man shows up to the MCU.
Oh, of course.
Right? Who would have thought?
Yeah. Ant-Man.
And Ant-Man. Well,
or Giant Man.
But Spider-Man, like before that, I was thinking Sony owns Spider-Man. They're never going to bring him to Marvel. How is that going to happen? And then he shows up and I was like, oh, thank you, Marvel guys. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you, baby Kevin Feige. Thank you, baby Kevin Feige. Thank you. Like, right? That's when you were just like, Spider-Man. That was my favorite part.
Yeah, that was good.
But that was my favorite part. When Spider-Man
when he catches the shield, it's so good.
Look, I'm starting to get chills now. I'm starting to get.
I know. That airport scene is probably, I mean, it could be one of my favorite, I would say one of my favorite Marvel battles.
We should do after this, like our favorite top 5 or something Marvel scenes.
Yes.
That would
be good.
Ideas. But no, that
it is.
battle, I'm saying that whole battle is like definitely one of my favorites. I mean, one.
It's so good.
I'm trying to think of one that would top it.
Well, I really like one that's in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah, that too. No, I have a love-hate relationship with that scene.
It, not hashtag like it, not like it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. So yeah.
Number 5, I got Iron Man. And again, it's because it started everything and
sentimental. It's
my sentimental attachment to it, you know?
Sentimental. And I have Guardians here. Why are you doing that? That's a high spot for Guardians. Like it's not my top
5. Okay. I'll let you have it.
But I think, so one of the reasons that Guardians is in my top 5, not just because it's my favorite and I'm being biased. But one of the reasons in my top 5 is because I think it was the first MCU movie that really brought comedy in it. Don't you think?
Yeah, it is.
Really, because that one I went into it and I haven't seen. I mean, Iron Man, that's that Tony Stark kind of just
but
sarcastic kind of comedy where you're just like, oh, yeah, Tony. But that one really brought made me laugh throughout it.
Yes, it did. Oh my God, it's so funny. Drax was so great. Just it would not go over my head. I would catch it. Like
Rocket and Groot together. Rocket number 1, is always funny. But then just that one. That's what I said. It's in my top 5.
All right, I'll let you have it. 4 for me is Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok.
Okay. Mine was Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Was it? That's my 3rd. So
I liked it a lot. I mean, we can't talk much about it though, right?
I know. It's really, really good. It's really, really funny.
We'll tell you later, specifics of why we like it.
Yeah, next week, right? Next Tuesday, we're gonna do that.
This is why I liked it. All right, I'll say 2 things why it's one of my top 4. Is one of my 4 choices. The comedy.
Yes.
I'm just saying, that's why I always love Spider-Man and the comics and stuff like that, just because it's silly and comical, that's one of the big things. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp is the funniest out of all the movies.
Yeah, I mean, because it's more like everyday funny, right?
Yeah,
it's just the things they say are and the looks that they give each other sometimes, and it's good. I'd say for me, I think Guardians is funnier, but I would put. I know, because I'm biased.
No,
I think Ragnarok is really funny too. Korg was so good.
You're right. I don't know, would Ant-Man and the Wasp beat because Ragnarok's up there for me. All right, so that was our number 4. You said your number 4 was Ragnarok, right?
My 4 is Ragnarok, yeah.
Okay, and Ant-Man and the Wasp is my number 5. All right, so are we doing 3?
3 for me is Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah.
Okay, that was your number 3. Oh, the second thing I was going to say about Ant-Man and the Wasp, and of course it has the girl power.
Yes, I know. I love that. Ant-Man was kind of like a sidekick a little bit in this one.
Totally. I think he totally was.
Yeah.
Like, it should have been the Wasp and Ant-Man. Like,
yeah. The Wasp and Ant-Man. It should have been, yeah, she killed it. And Ghost was like pretty badass and amazing too.
Yeah.
And that's a male character. Like, I don't know. I think I could talk about it a little bit.
Let's hear it.
Our interview, comes out next week. But when she was like, when Hannah, who plays Ghost, was like, oh, it's kind of cool to be the first like character that's a male character that was ripped from the comic pages, and like I'm playing as a girl. Like that was awesome. Yeah, that was so cool.
I don't remember she was saying that.
Yeah. Yes.
I think like
when you read the transcripts, you'll see.
Okay. Sometimes in the interviews, like because I don't know, she was just so fun and she was sweet and like you can just tell like she was shining and just loved to be there. It was like her first.
Oh, I know.
Oh, it was really her first bigger role, like in a bigger movie, right? She was in Black Mirror. Yeah. Was it? Like, was it that?
Yeah, she's in Black Mirror, but I don't know what even movies she was in. Yeah. I don't know.
That's why I said I wonder if it's all TV. If like this was even the first movie she was in. We have to look up that.
Yeah, we'll look it up.
Post. So I think I was just like watching her, just like, oh look, like I start thinking about their life when we're interviewing. I'm like, oh look at her, she's up there, probably a little nervous, maybe like to her first big fresh junket. So I just start zoning out. That's me. But yeah, look, so that was your number 3 was Ant-Man and the
That's my number 3.
Mine was Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah, I know. I put him at 11.
I can't believe it. And didn't I say we're going to come back to that? Didn't I say we're going to come
You did. Go right ahead.
Number 1, I thought, all right, number 1, Spider-Man's my favorite. All right?
Right.
Number 1, Spider-Man's my favorite. So, yeah, I'll admit, even though you won't, I'll admit I was a little biased when it comes to the Spider-Man choice in this one. But also, how many times has it been made? Tobey Maguire, that Garfield guy that played him, like
Andrew Garfield.
Tobey Maguire did okay, version of Peter Parker or whatever, but it's not the most from the comic books because you read all the comics. I pick and choose, and I would read some Spider-Man comics. So don't you think Tom Holland played the best Spider-Man for adaptation from the comics? Like
hands down,
right?
Oh yeah.
And
again, he could have been higher. It was really just a matter of, what would I rewatch right now? Because those middle, like, 7 or so could really be interchangeable at any moment. It's really hard.
Mm-hmm. But that would always be in my top 3.
Always.
That will always be. I probably watched that Homecoming too many times, and I could still watch it too many more times.
I like it. I mean, it is one of my favorites. So,
all right. And then what is your number 2? What is left? What is your number 2?
Oh, I have no idea.
Guardians.
Yeah, that's my number 2.
I mean, look.
Of course.
I can't complain because
I know
it's one of my.
It's good.
Even the top 5 and 6 were hard to be like, okay, which one is my absolute favorite compared to which one?
Yeah.
Like, that was even hard to do.
Well, I'll tell you. So, like I said about Iron Man, how excited I was when that first came out because I was such a comic book fan. I've been a Guardians fan. Like, I never dreamed, even when Iron Man was out, that we would ever see a Guardians movie. I was like, nobody's going to care about the Guardians. Yeah. No, everyone's like, who the hell are the Guardians? Some talking raccoon and this tree thing. Like, Star-Lord, who's a complete douche, and he's basically Tony Stark in space, right? Like, nobody cares about that stuff. So when they first announced Guardians, I was like, no way. And I was so excited. And again, I was nervous. Like, what if they do it wrong? And it was just, it exceeded every little bit of expectation that I had. Every little bit.
It was really good. And that's kind of how, because I never really read them, like I was like, what is this? Like, what is that thing? All he says is.
This was so many people said.
Talk about he's Groot. Like, we know you said it enough time. Like, I was like, what is this all about? But this is before I seen it. And then when it came out, And that's why I told my husband, like my husband, he didn't even want to watch it. He was just like, I don't want to see that, you know? And because I watched it first. I think I went to like an early screening of it or something. I watched it first. And when I came back, I was like, Greg, you have got to see this. Like, this is so good. Like, I'm surprised how good it is. Like, for me.
Well, the humor and the music.
Oh, yeah, the music. Hello. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I know. It's so good. James Gunn is brilliant, I tell you.
Is that what you said? The music you were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The music. It's so good.
Music. Oh, now you got Pina Colada up in my head.
Oh.
Now it's going to be day. Let's just sing it.
No.
Pina Colada. Come on, Tessa.
Get it caught in the rain.
All right.
I don't know. Sing to Mozart, right? If you have half a brain, right? Maybe. I can sing songs when I hear them. I'm really bad at remembering lyrics like off the cusp here.
I just make like if I don't remember it, I'll put my own stuff in it. You know?
Yeah.
Snacks. Like if you like pina coladas and eat little Debbie's in the rain.
Did you give your number 2? No.
Well, do you remember what I have left?
Oh boy. Well, I am hoping we have the same number 1.
Look at the comments. Who remembers? Who's watching and taking notes?
Yeah.
Melissa's here.
We better have the same number 1. I'm assuming we have the same number 1.
Probably. Mine, number 2, is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, Ragnarok. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Actually, it took me a long time to watch it. Just from the first 2 Thors, I was like, I'm not watching this. Like, it took me a long time to watch it. It had come to, it was out in November last year, right? Isn't that when it came out? Early November?
Yeah, November.
And I'm just like, Thor, another Thor, you know, Dark Horse, or wait, no, Dark World, and the other one. And I like him because he's sexy AF. That's what I'm gonna say about Thor. I'm like, oh, Thor's he's the sexy one, sexy Thor, you know. So it's not like I don't like me some Thor, but the other 2 movies I was just like, so I wasn't even excited about this one. And I think it like came out on DVD before I even watched it. Like I didn't go to the movies and watch it. I didn't go to the movies and watch it. I didn't. Then when I seen it, when I finally viewed it, I was like, dang, this is good. Like first, what's the best scene? Thor and Hulk going at it. I was like, oh my God. First, you don't know who to root for, right? And then you're just like, amazing, you know? And then the Fly Guy.
Yeah, the Fly Guy. Jeff Goldblum. He was so good. I know. See, I was excited about it because I love Taika, the director. Have you watched any of his other stuff yet? I feel like I've told you to do it. What We Do in the Shadows, you have to watch it. Yeah, watch it. It's awesome. He's in it. He's good. Who's in it? Taika, the director.
Oh, the director.
He's like, yeah. Well, he was Korg too. Don't you love Korg?
I mean, who's Korg? Which one's that? You know, I don't remember.
The rock guy. The big rock guy. Oh. Korg's the big rock guy.
Yeah, no. So that was him?
That's the director, yeah. And it was all improvised.
Oh, well, you know all the behind the scenes too because you went to that.
I did. I did go to that.
So you got some good information. You should drop that link or tell them like that.
I will, yeah.
Interview, because that would be a good one to like.
Well, yeah, if you just go to mamasgeeky.com and type Thor Ragnarok, or on the side I have a little thing of me at the premiere, a picture of me at the premiere, and if you click that, it pulls up all my interviews. But yeah, he improvised, Taika, the director, improvised every single one of those lines. They like added Korg in last minute, which is crazy.
Oh, that is. So I bet that was a lot in his interview, huh? I want to go read his interview now. Like that.
Yeah, he's good. You should read it. Go read it.
About this. I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, and you have to watch What We Do in the Shadows because it's so good.
Fine.
It's vampires, and they're inviting people in to do a documentary. It's so funny.
Is it on Netflix?
I think so.
Do I have to buy it?
No. It's worth it.
Is there a stolen copy somebody?
Ask Amy. She finds all the shady links. She can get it.
You can't call her out.
I mean, no.
All right, so we're at number 1, and our number 1's the same.
Yeah.
And it's
got to be Infinity War.
It's one, yeah, Avengers Infinity War. Like, that's what's left. And it's one of those, like, you love it, hate it, but it's still, like, probably the best, I think, the best lead up to a movie. Because, I mean,
yeah,
it's talked about just leading up to the movie so much.
Oh,
right?
I know. And it was like, it was to take a line from you. It was, why you do me this, Marvel? Like, you know.
Why Marvel did so many things to me during that movie. Why you did me this, Marvel? Why you did me this?
I know. I cried probably from the beginning to the end of that movie. You saw me. You saw me. I did.
I'm like, they were beginning scene. She's, oh, I know what's coming.
Jana's next to me rubbing my back. I'm like, I did it. Oh my God.
And that's to show our list, I think, is like, it's not what it's the most like entertaining for. So what we thought was like the best, like it was just right. I mean, because it wasn't like, in my words, like my favorite because of what happened in the movie.
Right.
Right. Because I hated what happened, but just how the whole progression of the movie, how it tied in with all the movies before it. Don't you think? Yeah. Like that whole tie-in of all the movies before it, and then the ending.
I know. Destroyed me a little bit.
Look, still, no, I don't want to make you cry. I don't want to make you cry.
No, you will. So you might want to stop talking. For real.
But did you see that coming? Did you really see that ending coming?
I mean, I knew from the comic books that people were going to start disappearing and dying and whatever, but I didn't expect it to be so many people. And I thought it was going to be in Avengers 4. I really did. I didn't think it was going to be an Infinity War. I thought we were maybe going to see Thanos get like the second to last Infinity Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And then as it was progressing, I was like, oh no, there's still a lot left. Oh, something's going to happen. But I still didn't think it would be like we would see them all disappearing and like Spider-Man. I can't even talk about it. I can't. We need to stop.
Look, you might have some tears coming out of me.
I'm still.
I think it has to be on the top of the list because it's still a movie like everyone still talks about. Like even though Ant-Man, that's why I said Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out and it was amazing and it's going to be talked about. But even after Ant-Man and the Wasp, we're still going to be talking about Avengers Infinity War.
Of course. And what's going to happen with Avengers 4 and how are they going to fix this? And
because
there's a lot of stuff they have to fix.
That's like all other movies after that up in the air.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, you're like, how many of these movies that are coming? Like, we know there's going to be a Black Widow movie. We know this. It's been confirmed. But like, is it going to be like a prequel or is like, we don't know.
So what's the next Marvel movie coming out is Captain Marvel, right?
That's Captain Marvel, yeah.
And I mean, well, Infinity War ended on that one. So it's Captain Marvel. And then it's what?
Avengers 4.
Yeah, so we don't, yeah.
I know.
It's going to be talked about Captain Marvel's going to happen, but it's going to be talked about for a good year and a half still.
Yeah, and Captain Marvel's going to be all prequel stuff with, I bet you, a stinger of her getting the call or whatever. Yeah.
But it has to give her backstory, right? I mean,
right.
Have to like introduce Captain Marvel. So it's not even going to probably answer any of the questions we have.
No, it won't. The last thing we'll see is her getting the call. I bet you they connect the beeper thing that Nick Fury did in her stinger. And that's it. And that's going to be it.
Do you think so?
I do. I think the stinger is going to be like her getting it or something like that, which would be really cool. But at the same time, you're going to be like, okay.
Cool. Yeah, and it has to be at the end because like after that call, I mean, he was dusted, right? Hashtag dusted.
Yes.
Right? He was hashtag dusted.
I'm going to cry. Stop. Oh.
So, I mean, so how can you go on from that in the movie?
It's going to be either her getting the call or maybe her showing up at Earth and like chaos going on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do we have to
Makes
end?
me sad.
Now we're ending it and I'm sad. Like,
I know.
like, I'm starting to feel things all over again. Why you doing this, Marvel? Why you doing
I know, Marvel. Let's read our comments. Let's see what we got for comments.
All the feelings again. Okay. So our comments. Yes. So like this would be like the official end, right, of our YouTube video. And
yes.
Talk to people.
Oh yeah.
Now.
So this is what we say. We say, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment below. Subscribe. Which side is it? Make sure you comment. Let us know what your favorite Marvel movie is or your full ranking.
Oh, that's true. Like I do want to see others. Like I totally want to see people commenting on their full rankings in the comments.
Right. I need to prove that I'm not biased about Guardians, guys. So let me know where they rank.
Especially, right? No, of course, like I would say, I can't hate on you having the first Guardian second. But that's second Tessa, second Guardian. Y'all are gonna agree. Watch all the YouTube comment. They're gonna agree, and maybe even here. Let's see. Look, let's see what people.
Okay.